Zane Relaford, and away we go.
Yes, this match is going to be a really great marquee match for the night. Both these guys haven't wrestled in college, but they've wrestled in the Junior World Team Trials a few years back, and Tsirtsis came out victorious here. So we're going to see if Retherford is going to hold his #1 ranking in the country, or if Tsirtsis is going to, come back, battle back from being ranked #4 and coming off a tough Midlands loss and Iowa loss to Brandon Sorensen. But we'll see how Tsirtsis reacts today.
I saw some of the commentary from Iowa after the forfeit last week saying that maybe Sorensen's starting to figure out Tsirtsis. Now, obviously, these two having never met in college, what do you think that Tsirtsis is taking away from those Junior World Trials?
I think he's going to go attack, just go back to the ways that what's going to work for him. As a wrestler, you really don't want to change what you do and focus on other people. You want to really focus on what you do that makes you the exceptional wrestler that you are. So I think Tsirtsis is really just going to fine-tune some things. You see he's on his offense. He's attacking early on. He looks great. And, both these guys are really battling, looking for that early position for a takedown.
Yeah, tangling hard up top.
Very physical. Yeah, very physical match so far early on.
Retherford has not lost in dual meets through 2 seasons. 25-0 for his career. He was 2nd in the Big Ten 2 years ago, 5th in the NCAAs. That's the only place he's ever lost, is the Big Ten championships or the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like you said earlier, these guys are very, very tough opponents, ranked #1 and #4 nationally. And when you get to this level that these guys are at, anyone can be beating anyone on any given day. It really just all depends on who came to wrestle that day. Almost see Retherford with an early attack, but Tsirtsis finds a way to wiggle out of a position that almost benefited Retherford.
Tsirtsis tries the attack. Retherford backs out. As you said, very physical up top in the opening period. 1 minute remaining.
What we've noticed from the Penn State wrestlers is after a Northwestern attack, these Penn State wrestlers are continuing to counterattack. And when the chance of a Northwestern wrestler doesn't get his attack and their feet aren't moving, Penn State is just, that motor is always running. They're looking for a chance to always get some points on the board.
Retherford, late takedown that time. You could tell he was waiting for it, and he ended up getting Tsirtsis down now, riding him on the back, looking for hand control.
You wonder if that high pace from Retherford possibly has gotten to Tsirtsis early on, conditioning-wise. So there's 23 seconds left. We'll see how Tsirtsis, who is normally known to be a very good bottom wrestler, gets out very fast. And I think that's what he needs to do to finish this first period, is ending at 2-1.
Yeah, really important to get the escape here in 23 seconds. Obviously, Retherford not going to be having any of that, but we'll see what Tsirtsis can do on the bottom.
Questionable whistle call there, but with roughly 20 seconds left, we got to see an escape, and Retherford is obviously going to continue to do what he does and stay tough on top here to finish out the first.
Yeah, really applying that pressure to the upper body of Tsirtsis.
Not really a lot of movement.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Retherford does his job, holds Tsirtsis in the bottom position, and he'll go to the second period with a 2-0 advantage. We'll see the takedown right here. Good body control by Retherford as he circles around, keeps his hold on Tsirtsis, and gets the lone takedown of that opening period. Retherford chooses down with the 2-0 advantage. He also amassed about 37 seconds of riding time. He's up.
Immediately gets out under 4 seconds, and when you are able to score a couple takedowns and rack up some riding time, and you get out and that fast, it's very hard, for an opposing wrestler to beat you. So we'll see how this high pace goes. And Retherford in on a single again. We'll see if he scores, and he gets another great takedown. Single leg attack right on the edge.
How much do you think his aggressive style is giving Tsirtsis problems, especially since Jason still might not have the conditioning just because he hasn't wrestled in too many matches here.
Yeah,
even dating back
absolutely.
To the start of the season.
With Tsirtsis' injury early on in the season, you don't know if he's still 100% yet, conditioning-wise and wrestling-wise. And for Retherford, obviously looks to be clicking in all cylinders right now. you wonder if that conditioning is going to play a factor, and I think it started to play a factor in the match today. Retherford just scoring a second takedown, and we'll see how he continues on top.
Yeah, Rutherford's only had 2 decisions. All the rest of his victories have been either falls or tech falls.
And we're just really seeing a really dominant physical approach by Zane Retherford.
He's tied for first on the team with 6 tech falls. He goes right in for a double leg takedown.
Great double leg by Retherford. And now you start to look back at, you know, if the hard battle early on in the first period was going to play, you know, a role in the conditioning aspect. And, you know, I think people are starting to see that maybe that's the case. Obviously, you don't really know what's going on out there. But Retherford is wrestling a great match right now, both on his feet and a dominant ride on top.
Retherford beat the 5th-ranked wrestler Jake Souflon of Nebraska on Friday night 12-3, and now he's working towards a major decision on the 4th-ranked wrestler Tsirtsis. So we have a referee whistle. Sanderson boys off the bench. Didn't see what the call was there.
I think it was a possible, when a top wrestler has that leg in, he can't hook the same leg with his opposing leg, and otherwise it can really cause like a hypertension of the knee, and that's what they stopped it there. Tsirtsis doesn't seem to be, you know, injured or anything off of that move, but it was just a precautionary whistle by the assistant referee.
5 seconds remaining. Much like the opening period, Retherford not allowing Tsirtsis to get the escape before the horn. 7-2 lead as we head to the 3rd and final period here at the 49 match.
Tsirtsis choosing down for the final period. You know, and we haven't really seen Tsirtsis in this position, you know, much of his whole entire college career. He's really having a hard time on bottom. But when you're in a tough match like this, you just got to wrestle one position each second and just really adapt to everything that's happening. So we'll see how Tsirtsis adapts, and we'll see what type of approach that Retherford continues to do, whether he's going to try to ride this one out or if he's going to continue that physical, you know, dominant style that he's wrestling right now.
Tsirtsis tries for the leg sweep, doesn't get it, but then goes right back in for a takedown on Tsirtsis. Another nice counter by the Penn State sophomore. And he's back on top, almost 2.5 in riding time right now. Tsirtsis will have to work hard to stave off the major decision. It's 9-3, Retherford with the lead, looking for his 26th straight dual match victory.
Absolutely. You know, Zane Retherford, freshman year, comes in as a true freshman, takes 5th in the NCAA tournament, and now redshirted last season. And many people wondered how that was going to turn out for Retherford and possibly why the decision was made. And I think a lot of the people who are questioning have really seen a different Zane Retherford from his freshman year to now taking that redshirt year off last year. So Retherford is really, you know, dominating this match in pretty much every aspect, whether we're on our feet and on our mat. And I think he's going to possibly try to, he's got the major locked up now, so we'll see how he wants to finish this match, whether if he gets a technical fall or finishes with the major.
And Tsirtsis really hasn't been dominated like this much at all in his career. He's only lost 8 career matches. 3 this season, 2 to Brandon Sorensen.
Yeah, this isn't really, you know, this isn't really the Tsirtsis that we see, so maybe, you know, he's not really 100% yet. But, you know, you got to give him credit for coming out here, wrestling tough, and you got to credit the ability for Zane Retherford, you know, to ignore the fact that Tsirtsis was a national champion, finished 3rd in the country last year, and he's really coming out and proving to people that, you know, he believes that he's number 1 at this weight class.
I think it is going to be called. It's going to say the clock did not start right away at that last
yes.
whistle Zane Retherford a dominant performance, a very impressive performance